Hey, what's up guys, Mikas here for WeMakeDanceMusic.com. Today we're continuing to work on the previous video I did. I started working on that deep prog track, a bit on the Anjuno deep style, and then now I kept on working, actually added some vocals to it. It really added a lot of dimension to it, made it into a radio mix that's about 3 minutes 20 seconds. Now I'm at the really final phase where I'm really refining every single arrangement, every single transition. Like the instrument has to sit to perfection. Put a lot of automations in the synths so they really blend with each other. You know, there's no sound clashing with each other. It is really in the very final phase of the track, and I think it's a cool track. It's called Mediterranean. The vocals are male vocal. It's a bit trippy. I don't pitch shifted them, and yeah, 122 BPM, running 96 kilohertz to have a bit more like a faster bit rate refresh, if you want to look it up. But to me, there's more depth into the mix. This is like really absolutely. It make a really big difference when I mix in 96K instead of my mixing in 41 or 48,000. So I think it's very important, mostly if you have a rich vocal track with many elements and you want it to be like expensive, you know, to be wide. So yeah, I get it there. Let's dive into it. We'll have to fuel a little during this session, guys. So double espresso, cappuccino, flat white, yeah. And just before I open this session for you guys, I actually colored the track because I thought it looked nicer. So I think I should play you the first minute and then get into it. So I'm gonna talk a bit less now so you can listen. Alright, so if you don't like it, just go watch another video. Watch PewDiePie, watch some cymatic garbage if you like, whatever. I like it, I think it's a cool track, so I'm gonna do a bit of a rundown and I'm gonna explain what I am doing. You know, really, like I said earlier, there's a lot of refinement into the filters here, the EQ here and there, the transitions. You know, you can hear before the main part hit here, there was like a silence. You know, I really pulled the energy, tried to create some movement, you know, so it's not static, there's always something happening, it's drawing the listener attention. And you know, because this track is only 3 minutes long, they shouldn't be a dull moment, you know, so I think this is to the point. Let's listen to the elements so I give you a good idea of where it is. If you watch the previous video, I mean, I definitely went much further into engineering these. So I have a sub bass pad here. Just a nice fat sub bass pad with a compressor, of course. Nice vintage fat compressor to give a bit of distortion and some fatness. Then I have my CSV 80 layer 1, which is the top one. I also have a lower one. I think I like the bottom. I like the top part too. Very nice here. So this is just like a little, like a really simple key change. I'm gonna go into the pad here, which is not really present, but you can see here there's a filter that is opening, which is the filter on silent one. I think automations are very important if you want to make super high quality pop music and really create something, some movement. You're gonna go drastically changing the parts. You know, there's a lot of EDM tracks like and then boom, boom. You know, I mean, Ouch, this is not really music, so I'm gonna keep on dissing EDM, guys. If you say I'm electronic music for such a long time that this is a bit of a disgrace, so this is a nice pad here. I'm gonna continue. I think this is just a noise layer that I created right here in Silent, and automated the filter. That's it. Just to create some effect here and there, intro to enhance the changes, fill a little bit of space in the background. I have this brass bass which I really like. Yeah, that's nice. And then the main arpeggiator, which is through the track almost completely, but sometimes it goes much more in the background because of the automations here. You know, I automate the top at 485 Hertz, so it's more like a moody kind of mid-low body thing, you know? You can see it here. It's not so present to the track, but it's still, this is my style, you know? Most of the time I put an arp there and around these frequencies. Very, very cool. That made me very happy. Now we're gonna go into the vocals. Oh, there's nothing here because it's muted. So this is the process version, which I process with some. Oh, like that. This is nice. Then we have another layer here. So there's one that is heavily processed and the other one is a bit drier. And then we have the kick down there. That's about it. The kick is a weirdly, it's like a big room. I took a big room kit to do this, which is a bit weird, but with the kit you can change the percussions. I changed some I didn't. It's not the big room track by any means, like I was just saying earlier, but you know, this kit work. I mean, for me, percussions, when you're in the mix, you can change everything. You know, there's a lot of people that use samples that are already super over processed that you cannot really do anything. I think what Logic offer as an example is much more flexible. It's flat, you know, you can really mold it into what you want, and that's it. This is the percussions there. I mean, there's quite a bit of layers of percussion down here. Not overly, but just enough. So transition wise, you have this top lead here that I didn't talk about is there, but it's there, but just it's there because it is like a pop mix. It's a radio version, so you really want to go into the topic. I mean, this is definitely not quite a track to play on mainstream pop radio, but it's still like an interesting electronic track to play on the radio, and they won't play your 8-minute version. This is not gonna happen. So. Alright, so you guys listened to this part already. I'm gonna go a bit on focusing on this part here, which there is like a big, a bigger transition here into this main part with the bass, you know, where my kick here is filtered, as you can see it. How do I filter it? Very simple. I just go in here, my main EQ, and then automate it. You know, it's basically filter open, filter close, and then here actually play with the frequency cutoff. That's it. I just cut the low end. You can put a different steepness to the curve. Yeah, that's all you need to do here. So I'm gonna play this little part here. So here, I cut. And you can hear this little pad here that bring this up. I get some vocal cuts here. The harp is very present, you know, you can hear it. The harp is very important. The bass line is starting here, which I didn't talk about earlier. Simple, super simple bass line. However, heavily sidechain and compress. So I have a sidechain here. There's something weird here. I'm supposed to see the sidechaining. It's because the kick is not on. Sorry guys. The kick has to be on to have the signal to be able to see what's happening there. So, okay, first I sidechain it, and then I compress it on top of it here, because without, I really want it to be contained, you know. Bassline should be all over the place, should be nice and tight sitting, you know, side by side with the kick, so you don't want it to be all over the place, big, because on a big sound system, it's less likely it will sound good. So here we go again. Like I said, some automations here onto the pad, create more movement. Main leads coming in here. Bit more percussions, some snares that are a bit more upbeat. Some more vocal cuts here. Some automations. I think we'll probably bring this reverb send here too, for the last hit. It's gonna work. Not enough. That's strange. It is there, but it's a bit too much elements, so. Here again, I'm cutting the kick. Back to the vocal part. Exactly the same, there's no need for that. No need for more than this, really. This is like an electronic track, it's fairly meaningful, the vocals. So. It was a bit of a love song, I guess. Nice pad. Moving in the back here again, a lot of automations. Bring up the vibe, and then release it into. Then I bring back this brassy kind of bass here to that part. Bring back the lead. I don't know if you guys heard this, but I always bring back the lead like one bar before or a couple keys before to kind of blend the parts together, you know? I think it's a little bit loud. So I discovered something in this drum machine designer of Logic. I don't know if you guys see that, maybe you don't, maybe you did. I just discovered it completely randomly. So you click here in big room and then you have the controls. So you have your mix controls. You can actually mix different sections of the drums. You can also apply some effect. And I thought, wow, this is cool. You even have some send, you know, with some reverb. It's really one level deeper. I don't know, I just reopened it to work on this track and I realized they actually put some more work in the newer version, which I don't know because I don't focus on this, I focus on making music. So we're gonna play with it just for fun. So you can hear it here. So we have some effect built in, so that's some delay. So I think you could do something cool with that, you know, if you need a bit more extra loving in your track and, you know, they're a little bit dull, you can hopefully record some automation. Actually, let's try to record some automation just for fun. I'm gonna put on touch, then I play with it. High pass it. Oh yeah. Yeah, that is very cool. I think I could definitely play with it. I used to do that myself onto putting EQ on the main out and, you know, cutting the low, just putting more effect and punching some more element in the track. I think this track, the way it is now, I'm pretty happy with it, so I will not add some more. I like the vibe, I like the simplicity. I like how it is. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little overview of this track. I guess I will release it sometime. If you have a comment, drop it below. If you don't, whatever. If you like our site, WeMakeDanceMusic.com, just go there, put my name in it, Mikas, M-I-K-A-S, and while you're at it, go on Beatport and put my name on there too. You might find some cool stuff. Yeah, put my name on there, get half price. So half price on the people that use my name in the little coupon box, M-I-K-A-S, half price on anything that includes services, which I might do myself. So if you want to improve your music, just drop by. I can send me a Logic project. I'm going to rework it. I'm going to put my brain and all the passion that I have for music into your music, which probably going to translate well if you have some good ideas. So hope you guys enjoy, and until the next time, may the sounds be with you guys.
While the sun shines so bright,